So as far as a daily driven Quattro is concerned, which happen to be very popular out here in the Pacific Northwest, the question is, where do you draw the line between a daily driven S4 and an all-out drag car? There's only one person I know who's crazy enough to try and blur that line over and over and over again. And that's Adam. That was Adam. In his 10-second B9 Audi S4, let's go for a drive.
Just wish you knew.
All right, let's get situated because launching a modern S4, is it complicated? I don't know.
It's not that it's complicated, it's just we need to make sure you have some muscle in your thigh. These use a torque converter, and I have downgraded brakes. So because I have downgraded brakes, you need to build up as much brake pressure as you can with that left foot of yours before you activate launch control.
Okay, yeah.
If you don't, the car will start creeping forward. It's not a traditional dual clutch. The car is physically fighting you the entire time.
Yeah.
It wants to go, and you're holding it back with those brakes.
Yeah.
So when we set it all up, you're in dynamic, set the car up with traction control all the way off, then into sport mode. You're then gonna have to put your foot to the floor.
Right, okay.
As hard as you possibly can. When you think you've pushed hard enough, push even harder.
Go further.
Then activate launch control by stepping on the gas as hard as you can to the floor. There's going to be a little gauge that pops up over here. It's your boost gauge, min to max. You're going to see the boost raise.
Yeah.
As soon as you see it at the very beginning of that gauge where it says M for the word min, let off. If you build any more boost than that in these conditions where it's cold on summer tires, you're just gonna wheel hop and spin, and it's not gonna be fun for you.
Yeah.
But if you get it with just the right amount of boost, you'll take off like a bat out of hell. And as soon as you're done the quarter mile, you'll be like, is this really a street car or is this a drag car? I'm not sure.
What kind of tires are you running?
These are Extreme Contact DW. What are they? Extreme Contact Sport.
Okay.
So nothing crazy.
Do you have the active diff?
Oh, this is a sport diff. I optioned that. Yeah.
Okay.
Since Sport 1. That's what you need it to launch.
Okay. And that's auto shifting, correct?
Yeah. You don't have to do anything about the shifting. Just hold on for dear life.
How much boost are we running? Like full tilt, what's max boost?
Oh my God, I don't even know. I put it on the lowest setting. So integrated engineering has multiple boost settings. The allowable torque off launch. There's aggressive, there is race, and there's race for slicks. Race for slicks is full tilt on the track in a warm day. We're on a cold day with summer tires, we're on aggressive. The least amount of allowable torque, and you're gonna build the least amount of boost and hope that it hooks.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys can see it's 2.5 degrees Celsius outside, so yeah.
Just a little chilly.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago it was 25 degrees.
It's so true.
And you guys, Adam's gonna be running draggy, so we'll be able to see exactly what our times are, and he's gonna be logging the entire time on the laptop.
Pain in the butt.
All right, you guys, let's try and launch Adam's S4. I drove his S4 last time, but that was a B8. So of course, that's the supercharged 3-liter V6. This is the single turbo hot V setup on the B9 S4, so slightly different. We're kind of at the end of the drag racing season. As you guys know, if you follow Adam's channel, Van City Audi, he does drag racing. That's his thing. He is at Mission Raceway here locally a lot, the entire season. And actually a couple weeks ago, he messaged me and was like, hey, do you want to come out to the track, private track day, because I'm trying to get into the 9s. Adam's goal with this car was to achieve the status of the quickest quarter mile for a privately owned Audi S4, not owned by like a tuning company or a shop or something like that. So he basically called me and he was like, hey Marcus, you're a lot lighter than me. Can you try and come, can you help me try and get in the 9s? It never ended up happening, but we're here now on this closed course, and we are going to attempt to see how, well, we're not really going to attempt any goal. I don't really have any goals today. I just want to go as quick as humanly possible. If you guys can see that, the screen, the backup camera is great in this car. And of course the B9 has everything modern Audi. This one's actually been spec'd with massage seats, which is phenomenal. And of course it's got the virtual cockpit, and everything it's miles apart from the B8. I mean, it's so much more modern in here. Wow, a little bit of torque steer. Okay. Huge amount of spin and torque steer off the line there. Wow, as soon as it hooked though, I mean, we are gone. I didn't do a full quarter mile there. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds on that run. We can do better though. Some hopping. Wow, I built more boost off the line there. As you guys can see, the car is just hopping the entire way. The first one, more slip, was a little bit more smooth. This was like right on that line of hooking up and getting traction. And then of course, second gear hooks up. You know, 120 miles an hour, it feels like it's pulling just as hard as it is from 60 miles an hour. Yeah. Quarter mile, what do we do it in? If this is accurate, 10.75 second quarter mile.
Did you go all the quarter mile this time?
Yes.
Can you see what it said?
I hit
10.
Yeah, 10.75.
Scroll down a bit so you can see the 0 to 60. 0 to 60,
3.2.
So in the summer on the street,
yeah,
2.7.
2.7.
On track, 2.4.
Wow. Wow.
On a daily driver.
Yeah.
Go up there and I'll meet you up there.
That's crazy. Let's go talk to Adam. We'll get the full rundown on the car and see what he's done under the hood to actually make it go this quick.
Hey everybody, my name is Adam. I have a YouTube channel called Van City Audi. I've been on the channel a few times before, and this time around I'm bringing you guys my 2018 Audi S4. It's currently at a Stage 3 Plus E70 power level. That's from Integrated Engineering, and I am running the TTE 710 hybrid turbo. That's a hybrid turbo from the Turbo Engineers. Now when I say hybrid turbo, that doesn't mean it has an electrical assist. That means it's using the stock frame, but it has a bunch of beefed up internals. In turn, it's a 66 mil turbo.
So how long did it take you to get bored of the B8?
Very quickly. It was a fun car, I'm not gonna lie, but I honestly thought that I was gonna personally enjoy that supercharger a bit more than I did. The throttle response was awesome. Pretty much anywhere in the upper echelon, mid-range of your RPMs, you had instant power and instant throttle response, which was awesome. But that whine, so many people, I think it's just my age, I'm too bloody old now. I don't like that whiny, obnoxious every time you're on the car. It was my daily driver. And being a daily driver, I want to be able to cruise to and from work to the gym to run errands and not have my car making a bunch of obnoxious noises. This is very subdued and very quiet, as Marcus can attest. It's chill if you want it to be chill, and very quiet and a lot nicer to drive. So the RS3, it was pretty damn easy once I went with the right company, to be honest. I started out with custom code. They ended up nuking a bunch of people's engines. They went through 30 plus engines in like 2 months. They disappeared off the face of the planet. Everybody was screwed over because we all had broken motors. So that was a nightmare. But once we got past that, I've been on Unitronic ever since with my RS3, and it's been heaven. The cars run extremely well. The waiting periods to get software is a bit longer than expected sometimes, which does suck. But in terms of this car, I've been running integrated engineering, and I've been doing a ton of data logging and a ton of beta testing different versions of the tunes to make it better for everybody. These are off-the-shelf tunes, OTS software, or canned tunes for some of you guys. These aren't custom tunes. This isn't like you go in a dyno and they calibrate it for your specific parts, for your ambient temps, for your DA, none of that. This is software that's plug and play. You put it in and they make it run to like 95% of what the car's capable of doing, and in the absolute best conditions, you're virtually at 100%. So the fuel that I'm running right now for this video and for the past, I don't know, 6 months, 5 months is ethanol. I am running an E70 blend. So what that means is it's 70% ethanol and 30% pump gas. That's what gives you all this power. It's roughly like 105 octane fuel, so you get a ton more timing advance and a ton more boost. It has so much knock prevention that you can just throw it all at it and it makes a ton of power. Now, in order to run E70 on these cars, I had to upgrade my high pressure fuel pump, which is from APR. I also had to upgrade the direct injectors. Now, that's a little fun story because this isn't some sort of aftermarket direct injector. It's the exact part taken out of a 4-liter twin turbo V8 that Audi makes. So the exact the exact motor that an RS7 uses, those direct injectors are now in this, and it enables it to run an E70 blend.
What's your quickest quarter mile time? What are your stats? What did you do this season?
So
what were you expecting? What was your goal too?
Okay, so what I was expecting versus what my goal was, it kind of fell short, to be completely frank with you guys. I know that this car is capable of a 9-second quarter mile run. I fell short though. I ran a 10.008, 9 1,000ths short of being able to call this a 9-second car. I ran multiple runs at 137 miles an hour, so it's definitely making power and cooking. Now, we didn't hit that 9 seconds, and it's a little too cold now. The track shut down, so I might have to wait to the spring to be able to do that again. And we also managed to do that by doing a little bit of weight reduction. I took out some of the interior pieces. It was still my daily driver. It was still just as comfortable, just that the seat was aluminum. That was the only lack of comfort, but everything else, it still drove exactly the same and was awesome to use as a daily driver. Come on, buddy! Come on, buddy! Come on, buddy! That felt pretty damn good.
Okay, Adam, you can calm down with the crackle tune. The crackle tune's a little bit insane. Alright, if we're at like 2,300 RPM, 4th gear. I mean, full boost is hitting somewhere in between 3,000 and 3,500 RPM. It's very calm though. It's not a very jarring driving experience like his RS3 is. If you guys don't know, Adam's RS3 is mental. And the 5-cylinder sounds light years better than this. And with a guy like Adam who does this effectively for a living, he's putting full-time work into this, right? Drag racing, his cars, his tuning and everything. So when you put that kind of time in, you can get down to that like extra 10th of performance, which he's done with all of his cars, and that's huge dedication. You know, a lot of cars modified cars leave a lot of power and torque and response on the table they just don't know about.
So in terms of hardware for my car, I am using all bolt-on parts and a lot of them. So we'll start at the back. If Marcus wants to get in here, we have integrated engineering mid pipes. Those are mainly for sound, but those are tucked down on the back of the down pipe. This massive beast. This probably looks pretty weird to most of you guys at the drag strip. People are just blown away by how big it is, but this is the same size as a stock down pipe. It's just that it is a performance catted down pipe, also from integrated engineering. Then this beast of a turbo, this is the TTE 710 hybrid turbo. This is supposed to be capable of just over 700 horsepower, and that's probably where I'm at. We have a turbo smart blow-off valve, diverter valve, whatever you want to call it. We have the turbo inlet from IE. We have the air intake from IE. I have an APR, high pressure fuel pump. Down in each side of the motor, we have those direct injectors from the 4-liter twin turbo V8. We have a CTS charge pipe. We have TTE 4-bar map sensors. And then on the very front of the car, we have integrated engineering's intercooler.
Is there a known limit to these transmissions and engines yet?
That's hard to say. There are people that have blown motors that I'm aware of, but most of it is for some sort of hardware issue, like a rocker failure or someone not, like their injector closing, not opening enough and running out of fuel. In terms of how much power they can make, to be honest with you, I don't know the bottom end's limit. I want to say I'm probably at about 640 foot-pounds of torque and just giving her hell. And I'm not having any problems at all. And we're just shy, I think, of about 700 horsepower for the first time I'm filming with Marcus. And I don't actually know the exact because I haven't done a dyno test at this power level yet.
Yeah, it's more about what you feel. It's more about your quarter-mile times.
It's all about your quarter-mile times for me. I do dyno testing for you guys to have fun with and watch and get entertainment out of it. I'm all about performance on the drag strip. We might still do some fun things here and there. There is potential. I know you guys don't believe me, but there's potential for more power with this motor, and you still don't have to build it. No work on the motor, and it's been proven to handle even more power. So we might go we might go that way. I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna get out with other locals though, do some dyno testing in the weeks to come for sure.
All right, you guys, well, that was Adam's B9 S4. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I think he's pretty much wrapped up for the season. Mission Raceway's closed, and he's gonna spend the winter kind of figuring out what to shoot next season, and of course, where to go with the RS3 and where to go with the S4. So if you want to check him out, his links are in the description. But for now, this was Adam's S4.